Hello everyone, hope you can see me. Camera doesn't look as though it's pointing at me, but I'm sure you can see me. Happy Valentine's Day. Might not be Valentine's Day by the time you view this, but it was Valentine's Day when I made it. So I hope that you've all had a good Valentine, and if you got a significant other, that you did get at least something, box of chockies, flowers, something, a card, at the very least a card, yeah. I've not had anything for a long time because I've not had a significant other for a very long time. So, oh, that was a funny noise, wasn't it? As you can see, I've finished the jacket. I don't know whether you can see it or not. You probably can't actually. It's got a very, very, very faint lurex thread in it. So it's if it's a chunky, it's a fine chunky. I've made this one a few times. I also make it with long sleeves. I'll show you the pattern in case you're interested. I think I showed it you last week. That might have been this week. Time flies by when you're enjoying yourself. It's a King Cole, and it's 3031, and I got this from eBay, I think. It's also got a little short top on, which if you're a plus size like me, you would at least want it down to the waist. Now, as you can see on the pattern, it's got a 3/4 sleeves, but you know, these jackets of mine go on Etsy, and if they don't sell, they're my size, if you know what I'm saying, so I make them to how I would wear them if I unfortunately have to wear them myself. I quite like this. The lurex in it, if you can see it, is quite subtle. So it's not like an in-your-face, it's got to be for an evening cardigan or jacket, whatever. I do like these waisted styles because I think it gives you a bit of a shape. I mean, it's not shaped at all, but I think the break in the stitch pattern gives the illusion of you having a waistline. Well, that's my thoughts, and I'm going to stick to it because, you know, I don't really have a waistline. That's the back view, if you can still see it, if it's still in camera. It's the back view. It just gives the illusion of having a waist, I think. Well, what have I been doing this week? Not a lot, actually. You know, I've been looking after Gigi, and he's not here today because I don't have him at the weekend. And today I'm wearing one of my pashminas that I thought I'd lost. It was given to me by a friend that was in the Knitting Auras. That was the Bolton knitting group that I used to be able to go to, but I can't get there anymore. It's not that I've fallen out with anyone, it's just I can't get there anymore because it was like a bus and a tram and everything. And they just got too much for me. So anyway, I like wearing these. They're jazzy. The only thing that I've bought this week has been, well, the only thing I've bought knit-wise, or crochet-wise, why did I say knit-wise? It's a cardigan, it's a Serdar one. Serdar's brought out some really good crochet patterns just recently. It's 5366 and it's in 4-ply, which is very fine to you in America. It's probably like your sock weight or fingering, yeah. I think it's very, very pretty. It's nice to have a lighter weight jacket, isn't it, for summer? And then this is vintage. It's again, I got this off eBay. Oops, I tried to take it out of the packet so you can see it better. It's a dress, but it would actually make a nice, you know, tunic design. You'd wear it with, you know, white trousers or something in the summer. Cream trousers, whatever trousers you wanted, or a skirt. I just like the neckline on it, it's quite nice. Well, what am I doing at the moment? I'm crocheting. Sitting on it isn't a good idea, is it? I'm crocheting a cardigan. It's an order. That's the one of the fronts. That's the back. And when it's finished, it will turn out like that. Now I do have one for sale on my Etsy, in my Etsy shop I should say. It's a very similar colour and it is the same design, except I don't put the pockets on. But it was a smaller size and this lady wanted a slightly larger size, so I'm making it for her. See, I'm calling you a lady, Laura. Hope you appreciate it. And I've started the second front. It's a nice design. I've got one of them myself, but I can't remember what colour it's in. Really must sort out my sweaters and decide out what I've got and what I haven't got. Well, as you know, I'm a great fan of, you know, these ladies from the advanced style. I mean, sadly, two of the ladies are no longer with us. The Lindell on the end, and a lady there on there, and she actually passed away on the front row of a catwalk display of fashion, which I think would be exactly the way she wanted to pass away. I mean, she was in her 90s, but she was a very game and old girl. So, I mean, you can actually, you don't have to buy the DVDs like this. You can actually get snippets on YouTube by Ari Seth Cohen. And I don't know whether it's because I am a lady of a certain age group, but I just find them incredibly fascinating. That they just have the courage to dress the way they want to, pile on as many accessories as they want, and, you know, just be them. But maybe they all live in New York, I don't know. Maybe you can walk about New York. I must ask Laura one day. You can walk about New York in more outlandish clothes. I think I would shock my little village a bit if I wore exactly what they wear. Not that I would want to. I think you need to develop your own style. So anyway, I've just spent a happy hour watching this video, which is called Iris. It's Iris Apfel, and she's in her 90s now, I think. And she's like a big fashionista in, again in New York. Quite an interesting life she's got. She started off life as selling fabrics and things like that, and she actually did a lot of decorating in, I'm trying to find this book. In the White House, would you believe, they actually started off life, because you have to be very careful how you decorate apparently in the White House. You can't be too elaborate, you've got to, I can't get the book anyway, never mind. You can't go out too outlandish, like, you know, you can't start putting psychedelic covers on the chairs and things like that, or op art or something like that. So she spent a lot of her time going around the world finding weavers and dyers that would dye things and weave things in the patterns that were traditional to the White House, which I found was quite interesting. And then she's also designed a range of spectacles, because she wears these huge glasses, you know, a bit like, what's he called? Burns, he was called, George Burns used to wear. So she's got a whole range of glasses that are like that, massive, massive glasses. That's like a trademark. And she's also done jewellery designs on QVC and that. But I just found it fascinating because she actually had a window, I think it was in Bergdorf, I'm not sure. And she donated her clothes and dressed them all up in beads and stuff like that. And it was a tribute to her. And she's also been featured in a museum somewhere in, well, I think in 2 or 3 places in America. It must be a tremendous honour, you know, and her clothes that she had, oh my goodness. I don't think she's thrown anything away since she was about 20. Racks and racks of clothes and things like that. Beautiful. I would have loved to just be alongside of her going through the rack. Nothing would have fitted me, of course, because she's just, as the fashionistas are, they're all very, very tiny people. But I was fascinated by the video. I got it off Amazon, by the way, if you're interested in it. Just called Iris. Obviously I can't show you parts of it because of copyright, but I was just so enthralled. It just took, I mean, I wouldn't want to copy her, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to copy her. But it just gives you ideas of how you can just be a bit different. You know, I've always dressed like the herd. For a long, long time in my life, just dressed very conservative and very, you know. My ex-husband would have had me in a twin set and pearls with a tweed skirt if he could have, you know. And we're talking when I'm in the 30s, you know. But I've always been a bit of a rebel inside my head, but not outside what I'm wearing, you know. So now, you know, I'm 70 now, and I thought, what the heck? How much longer have I got to dress in an outlandish way? I mean, I don't do it to stun anybody. I don't do it for effect. I just do it because I want to be me. Yeah, I would love to crochet, you know, the more hippie styles and things like that. But I don't know whether they go very well on Etsy. You'll have to let me know what you think. You know, the bohemian styles and the jazzy waistcoats and different style things, you know. I'd love to have a collection made out of that, you know. I think I would be really interested in crocheting it. I'm one of these people, I can crochet very quickly if it's something I really want to do. If it's an order sometimes and I'm not struck with the pattern and I'm not struck with the yarn I'm using, it can take me ages. I have to really, it's like a job then. I don't want a job where I'm doing things I don't want to do, you know. Maybe that's why I don't sell as much as I should do, because I don't cater to other people. I cater for me. And I like to crochet the way I want to crochet. If I see a design, I know it's not me. And I know it won't suit me, but I just want to crochet it. You know, I just have this yen. It's like screaming at me, crochet me, crochet me. And so I do. And pray that one day these nice fashionista type ladies will find my page. I mean, we're competing in a huge market. I was talking to a lady that does the craft and arts shows and things in the US. Fabulous lady, she's called Jen Cherry, XERRI, and she has the most, I won't say hippie or bohemian, but she's got her own style of crochet. But, you know, she has to pay up front to apply to go to these craft fairs. And if they don't accept her into these craft fairs, they keep the deposit, and they do that with everybody. And I was thinking, that's really not fair at all. They must be making a fortune just out of rejected people wanting to go, you know. If everybody sends up $35, you know, just for the privilege of, like, being accepted, you know, it doesn't go against your stall fee or anything like that. It's just you're sending $35 off. And I'm thinking, that wouldn't work in the UK. No way would that work in the UK. Yeah. But, and there was also a very friend of mine, I haven't seen her though for years and years. She was called Babuka. She used to be, she's in Hungary, I think. She used to crochet the fantastic, again, Mandela waistcoats and designs. But she had to take a break from doing the crocheting, so she sort of disappeared off the crochet scene. I keep hoping that one day, you know, I'll see her designs appear again and she's taking it up again. It's the same with YouTube, isn't it? I don't know whether you ladies, I feel as I got my head on one time. You ladies, like, have favourites and then they suddenly disappear. I mean, I sent little messages to certain people saying, where are you? You know, are you okay? And not heard from you, made any crochet. You wonder if they just go off making YouTube videos or whether or not they just stop crocheting. So they just vanish. And it's a shame because some of them I really, really used to love watching. Yeah. If you think I'm going froggy again, I still haven't got to the GP. I've not got a sore throat or anything. My voice is just, I think I've got nodules again on my voice box. Anyway, I want to say a couple of hi's to people. I don't know whether you watch me or not, Bethel, but I'm terribly sorry about the loss of your husband. And Mel, Mel from Nottingham, she's going through a couple of, well, one major health problem. So, hi Mel, I hope you feel better soon. And then we've got little Daniel, my little Daniel. He's not doing very well. His back's been painful all last week. So he's not a complainer. My goodness, he's the chirpiest little soul. You could see. But he's got rods in his back, and they were hurting him all this week. So, hi Daniel, if you're watching. I hope you're feeling better soon. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's other people I needed to say hi to and shout out to, but I just put it down to incompetence and brain dead. Yeah. Well, I was wearing your fluffy scarf yesterday, Dean, and I was on a purple kick yesterday, so I was wearing that. Today it's grey with a bit of red and a bit of pink and a bit of everything. Oh dear. I think I'm going through a clashing phase where everything has to clash instead of matching. Anyway, I'm going to have a little drink of my water. Thanks, Cheryl, Cam Cab. Every time I think of you, every time I use your... She sent me this. It's the most handiest thing ever. Anybody's ever sent me, is really, this water jug. Because I'm terrible at knocking things down. You know, the number of times I've had to quickly rescue my keyboard because the water's, or the drink or the coffee. And I mean, I can't tell you the number of times I've fallen asleep with a pot of coffee in my hand and tipped it all down myself. Hey. Anyway, shoulder's still bad. I'm getting a bit peed off with it now. It's a good job it's not smelly vision, because I absolutely stink today, and I don't mean stink nastily. I stink of that deep heat stuff that I've sprayed all over my shoulder. Oh, tell you what, if I had a boyfriend, he'd have left the country by now. He doesn't have smell. It smells awful. I think I'll have to go back to my ibuprofen, because that does, at least it doesn't smell. And the thing is with this, even though it's supposed to be this deep heat, I can't feel any warmth on it at all. I mean, I don't know whether you can see or not, but I actually reached out my... Oops, can you see it? My back massager. You sit on the chair and you plug it in and you set the settings, and it massages up and down and everything like that. So I've dug that out from behind the sofa, and I've been using that. I can't show you because it makes so much noise. It goes zzz. Well, I can actually, but if you can hear it, where are we going now? Don't know whether you can see the little spines coming up. The head one's the best one. You see the head massaging your neck. It looks funny. It looks like, to me, it looks like, let me stop it off. It looks like a lady's V-neck sweater and her boobs rolling around on the outside. But that's just my weird sense of whatever humour. Now I've put the camera that close, you're probably looking up my nose, but never mind. Anyway, I'm going now, because it's got... I did remember to set my little timer, which I always forget to set when Sue's here. Speaking about Sue, I don't know when she's coming. She didn't come this week, so hopefully I'll see her this coming week. So she works a lot of hours, and she's got her grandchildren to see to and different things, so she can't always make it. So they did forecast heavy snowfalls for us, but fortunately we haven't got any here. I don't know why I say we, there's only me here, but it's the royal we. We don't get any here, meaning me and my neighbours. So I don't know whether anybody else in the north's got this big snowfall that's supposed to have arrived. One day our weather forecasters will get it right. They say it's going to be sunny and it pours down. They say it's going to rain and it's sunny. It was sunny this morning, but it's not very warm. You couldn't have your door open or anything, you know. Gigi loves having the patio door open. He goes and sits in the middle of the lawn and like sits looking round. He looks so funny because he's so tiny. And if I shut the door too, he comes to the door and he's like frowning at me. So I open the door and he comes in. And then he goes and sits on the other side of the door again, wanting to go back out again. He wants the door open, and he's a little monkey. And I'm sat there going, Gigi, it's cold, can you come in please? Oh, I'll be glad when it's sunny sunshine and he can stay outside, yeah. But anyway, I think that's it for now. So I hope you've all had a wonderful Valentine's Day. And, oh, I know I forgot something. It was Kim, Sissy Knitting's birthday on the 13th yesterday. So happy birthday. So I am going now. So farewell. Farewell to everybody. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye now.